What up, Dokkaners? Update 5.25.6. JP got this a few days ago. Global is going to be getting this in a few days with the upcoming maintenance. Maintenance was announced for Sunday, March 30th from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. my time. Basically, 1 hour after Global's daily reset, we're going to be down for 6 hours. We're going to be discussing a couple of things in this video, but essentially nothing major. So just warning you right now, there's a whole lot of nothing happening in this video. We're going to be discussing what could potentially be coming up in terms of content for this week, because there's unfortunately not a whole lot, when the next celebration is going to be starting, and what that celebration could be. A lot of speculation in this video. So let's dive in. When is the next celebration going to be starting? It's going to be starting after this, because the April celebration starts, generally speaking, at the beginning of the month. So assuming that this is the data download, not just the update 5.25.6, but if this is also the data download for the upcoming units, then we could reverse engineer this. Normally what happens: Day 1, Twitter reveal. Day 2, data download. Day 3, summons. So considering that this is the data download time, which is the 30th, that's day 2. That means day 1 could be as early as the 29th of March. So I am recording and posting this video on the 25th, which means in about 4 days, 4 to 5 days, we could be finding out what the next Dokkan Festival celebration is going to be. What could that be? We'll discuss towards the end of the video and speculate. And I'm going to tell you right now, one of the speculations, Zarbon. Because it has to be Zarbon. I will never stop. I will never give up until we get Zarbon, damn it. Okay. So, also, update 5.25.6, it's not a very big update in terms of impact, like, on the game, because I think it's mostly just fixing display errors and stuff like that. Let's just quickly go over it. So, JP got this on the 21st, which is funny. Fixed bugs. Target character. This is the Goku Frieza exchange. If you obtain a key sphere with Goku, finish the battle, then perform reversible exchange. In the next battle, a different value of defense is displayed. This is merely a display bug, but the actual value is correct. Also, the Gogeta's nullify abnormal conditions apparently would apply to everybody on the rotation. I've never seen this, so to me, this is gibberish, but apparently this was a thing. Let me know if you guys actually went through this. I never did, but they're going to be fixing that. Apparently, the infinite attack glitch still exists, even though we thought that that was taken care of with like a shadow fix or whatever. But the 10th anniversary units, or no, actually, no, not the 10th anniversary units. It was the invincible. No, yeah, it was all the reversible exchange characters. It was the Tech LR Vegeta, Vegito. It was the AGL Gogeta and the Int Goku Frieza. All of them had that infinite attack thing, so that's also being fixed. Target character, invincible flash, when performing certain conditions, active skills may be activated twice. This I've also never seen. Like, am I just not playing the game enough? I've never seen any of these things. Were you ever able to activate an active skill twice? I couldn't. When an enemy activates a special move in some event stages, the game may forcibly terminate at the start of the next turn. This I've also never seen. I mean, the game just crashes in general because it's unoptimized, but I've never seen this. So yeah, I don't know about any of this stuff, but apparently all this stuff is going to be fixed. On top of that, some like orb color correction thingy and a couple other bug fixes, and we might get a few dragon stones for it. So that's all that we're getting for that update. I think it's more so going to be the data download that gives it more heft. As far as content during this celebration, I feel like they've done a good job in terms of the amount of content. Obviously, there's no topping the 10th anniversary. 10th anniversary gave us a ton of stuff. It was a massive success in terms of, you know, revenue and all that stuff. It was a very busy celebration, but after that, you could only go down from there, right? I think they did a pretty decent job with the content. We got a bunch of red zone stages, a brand new red zone. We got a Dokkan Festival Easy, we got burst mode, we got Clash, we got World Tournament. As much as I hate this event, it is content, right? And then we got Peton, intensifying fights. The problem is that they sort of front loaded the whole thing. And all of this is happening basically in week 1. There's a whole second week to go, and the only event that has yet to drop from all of this is intensifying fights. Considering how close it is to everything else, you could argue that this is still part of week 1, but that's about it. This is the only piece of content that is left on the table for new stuff. So this is going to be giving us 16 dragon stones, right? 555 plus the 1 for completing the stage itself. That's it. The only other piece of content we could potentially receive during Saiyan Day could be this. So shout out to Proton for showing us this. This is the TUR EZA ID table. And so what we're looking at here are basically just characters that have had ECAs. There is a blank line here down at the bottom in between Jackie Moon and Goku Youth. This is the physical world tournament character, but he is a Dragon Ball Saga character. Goku Youth is a Dragon Ball Saga character. This is the Path to Power physical Kid Goku. So assuming that they are going to be keeping the theme in this line right here, all three of these are going to be belonging to Dragon Ball Saga. That's one hint. The other thing here is if you take a look at the other characters in this chart, you can see that there are multiple lines associated with the same character. Int Super Saiyan 2 Goku, Int Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We all know that's the same character who simply transforms into the other, but it's still the same unit. Why are there two different IDs associated with the character? Well, that's because there are two separate passive tables. There is the Super Saiyan 2 passive, there's the Super Saiyan 3 passive. Therefore, this character has two separate IDs. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, Majin Vegeta. Same character, two separate IDs. Physical Super Saiyan 2, Physical Super Saiyan 3, same character, two separate IDs. So, because of that fact, we know that this is not going to be a character that has multiple passives. No exchange, no revive, no transformation, whatever. None of that. It is just a simplified EZA. This is how Proton puts it. So with that said, looking at the Dragon Ball Saga category, what are some possible candidates for EZAs? The only ones that come to mind are these three right here, all sub EZAs. Hachan, released at the same time as the Path to Power Kid Goku. He was the banner unit. Considering this guy received his EZA, this guy's sub EZA would happen just from this event. Both the Demon King Piccolo and the Master Roshi, both of their units, both these guys awakened from the Kid Goku Dokkan event back when he released. When did this guy release? Like 3 years ago? 2019 this guy released. Yeah. So it's been a little while, but both these characters belong to that. It would just be one of them though. So considering that both of them are sub EZAs, wouldn't they both receive the sub EZAs at the same time? I feel like it's more likely going to be this. Besides him, I can't think of anybody else. No shot it's going to be Bulma. I mean, it could be a free-to-play unit for all we know, but the thing is, like, most of the Dragon Ball Saga characters, if they're free-to-play, they're World Tournament characters. So I honestly can't think of anybody else. Unless maybe this guy gets an EZA. This guy released pretty recently, though. That was last year. I don't know. I think it's going to be Hotshot. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I don't think, whatever it is, it's not going to be a very eventful thing because it's likely going to be a sub EZA, meaning no stones. So at most, we are getting around 16 Dragon Stones. So again, kind of a dull week coming up. Things are going to be slow. So the good news here is that those of you who have been struggling on some of the missions leading up until this point, maybe you're still working on Festival of Battles, maybe you're working on other events, you still have more time to worry about that without new stuff coming in. Obviously, the downside is there's not new stuff happening, so there's not as much intrigue. But that's how this is going to be, because the next real major celebration that players should be even considering summoning for would be Golden Week. Golden Week is not happening until next month. Actually, I'm recording this on the 25th of March, and last year Golden Week started on the 25th of April. So we are basically a month out from Golden Week, if that is the next interesting thing for you. But if you really want to be strict on your summons, it should be Anniversary, Tanabata worldwide. Those are like the three biggest celebrations. Tanabata is now going to be happening as the thank you celebration in the summertime, where the global anniversary used to be. So either way, you've got a lot of downtime to just save up your stones. Maybe you're not going to be playing the game as much. You can do other things in the meantime, but that's really where your focus should be. So whatever is coming up for April is going to be a skip for a lot of people. Now, this is where Dokkan can be truly evil. Are they going to give us, in fact, a dud celebration? Are they going to give us another Topo celebration, or a Kale celebration, or a Raditz celebration? Global players, we got Raditz before worldwide, but still it was a dud celebration. JP got this April time. Are we going to get something like this? Or are we going to get something that rivals the Legends side? So Legends had a major announcement today, which I was supposed to live react to, and I completely forgot. I just straight up forgot. I was live yesterday to react to the stupid Majin Buu sparking reveal, which was like 2 seconds. This one was like a 3-minute video, and I completely forgot to react to this. I'm not a Legends player, so it's not in my muscle memory to be ready to like react to these things. I completely forgot. But the fact that they gave Legends players Super Saiyan 4 Goku Adult, they just bypassed the mini versions altogether. That's not to say they're not going to be getting those characters, but the fact that this guy is already out for Legends has a lot of people thinking that they could be doing something similar with Dokkan. Now, Dokkan, on the other hand, did introduce the mini Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta. So what they could do, assuming Golden Week is still going to be Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Goma, maybe they do the adult version of Super Saiyan 4 here, or perhaps a Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4, or whatever, an adult version of Daima Goku here, along with Goma, they could easily do the miniature version as the Dokkan Festival for April. That would be pure evil because it would force a lot of people probably to summon because they have an idea for what's going to be potentially coming up in Golden Week. And so in anticipation of a Super Saiyan 4 Golden Week, they could drop a Super Saiyan 4 mini here. That would be peak synergy because the two characters are differently named. That would be a peak business move, but an absolutely trashy move for Dokkan for the low spending players. I could totally see them doing it. So memes aside, you know, Zarbon wishes aside, I am in full Daima mode right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want a Tournament of Power summon. I like Tournament of Power, as you guys know. It's sort of a bittersweet relationship at this point. But at the moment, I don't need another Tournament of Power celebration. The last 2 years have been Tournament of Power. I'm good. I don't need Zarbon for right now. I'm willing to suspend the Zarbon agenda for this celebration. If they're gonna go Daima, I want it to be a Super Saiyan 4. And if it's gonna be Super Saiyan 4, give us the mini version for this April, and then save the big boy, the adult version of the Super Saiyan 4 for Golden Week. That way, those people who plan to skip until Golden Week will at least get the more hype version of the character during Golden Week. And when I say more hype, it's not necessarily because one is mini, one is adult, but more so because it is a Golden Week character. The Golden Week characters are generally just very hype, right? So if they were to release Super Saiyan 4 adult Goku here, along with Goma, that would be pretty spectacular. So let me know your guesses. I mean, there are just a million possibilities for what this could be. There is no precedent established. So it could be Saiyan Saga, it could be Namek Saga, it could be anything. So whatever ideas you have, whatever units you want, let me know in the comments down below. I would not be surprised if none of that happened and it's just straight up Daima. And if it is, well, rip to your wallets. But you know what? Those of you who hate Daima, because there's a very vocal minority of Dokkan players who don't like Dragon Ball Daima, that would only spell good news for you. You don't have to summon for April. You don't have to maybe summon for May. You don't have to worry about the pre-Tanabata Dokkan Festival because that's generally a trap summon. You can wait all the way until June, middle of June, actually late June, into July to actually consider doing some summons. That would be a huge W for you because on average, what, each celebration gives us like 300 stones? Is that a 250? It's a pretty good approximation. So if we were to say like 250 stones, right? 250 for Dokkan Festival, 250 for this one. So 500, is that a lot? I don't know. Maybe that's okay. 500, I don't know, like 1,300 stones leading up to, that might be too much. 1,000 stones. Maybe you could say like almost 1,000 stones up to the thank you celebration. I'm just broadly guessing here, but that could be good for you. Just save, and let all these celebrations pass you by. You got the 10th anniversary units. Who cares about anything else? Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on what could be coming up for the next Dokkan Festival celebration. Do you have any theories? Do you have any wish list characters? And what are your thoughts on the upcoming content for this week? Besides intensifying fights, what else do you expect they could give us? Could they potentially give us a Super EZA? The last time we had a Super EZA was early March for the Daima celebration for Part EX. We got the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Could they give us another Super EZA for the month of March? Let me know your thoughts, your ideas in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you, the YouTube, know you want to see more of myself. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.